Okay, everybody, welcome to day 21 of the awesome 21-day purification. And Sandy is going to show you one of my favorite dishes, which is salmon. So, how are we going to make salmon tonight?
We are going to make salmon with a ginger glaze. So I'm going to show you how to make the marinade. And to start, I saw that Price Chopper had salmon on sale this week. So I went down and I wanted wild salmon. You want wild salmon. And the stuff in the counter looked kind of mushy. So I asked the guy, so that doesn't look very appealing. And he said, no, once it defrosts, it's not all that great. He's like, I'll go get you some frozen if you'd like. So he went back and got it, and I've got these two big pieces of fish here. And what I thought was really cool is it actually came in the packaging that the store gets it in. And it tells you the date it was caught, and that it's wild caught, processed in the United States. So I thought that was kind of neat. It was caught on July 3rd, so it's not super fresh. So we're going to take this fish and cut it up into some smaller fillets, because I would not be able to marinate this huge piece. I might have to have your help with that. Okay. There we go. Alright, now we're going to make the ginger marinade. And the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of honey. We get our honey from one of our patients, the Pangburn family. And it's unheated, just raw honey. The best for you. There's 2 tablespoons. And you'll notice how hard raw honey is. It's not easy to spread, so I'm going to have to work at this a little bit. So that's my 3 tablespoons of honey. I need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. If you're gluten-free, you'll have to get a gluten-free soy sauce because soybeans, soy sauce has wheat in it. 2 and 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, there we go, I had to buy a new bottle, 1, 2, and 3, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and I'm going to show you how to do that in case you've never used fresh ginger. So this is a ginger root, and you're just going to peel off the exterior of the root, and you can smell it as soon as you cut into it. It's so fragrant. I love ginger. So you're going to remove all of that outer hard covering. So this is our celebration meal, day 21. Okay, so I've got the ginger all prepared, and I'm just going to grate. And it says 1 teaspoon. I'm just going to kind of grate some in. But if you're not sure you like ginger, then measure it out. And you'll find it gets, I don't know, like, it's got a tough texture to it. Very fibrous, I guess, would be the right word. So it was all caught inside of the grater there, if you saw me pull that out. Okay. And a clove of garlic. minced. If you have a garlic press, that's nice to use. You don't have to peel it. And you're going to crush that in. And then 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And I will get this recipe to you. And we're going to mix that all up. Now, because I have the raw honey, it's going to take a little bit of work here to get that softened up because it does harden. Okay. So we have our marinade, and now what I'm going to do is take these fillets and put them meat side down. Oops. So the fish can soak up that marinade. And I'm going to set that in the refrigerator for 20 minutes and let that marinate. And then we'll come back and we'll start cooking. I've got the fish in the pan now, so I've got some little bit of olive oil in the pan, medium-high heat, and just set the fish in skin side down. I couldn't fit all of mine, so I'll have to do 2 batches. And you'll notice I've saved the marinade. The next step when the fish is done cooking is to thicken up the marinade in the pan, and that's a delicious topping. This is the second time we've had this cleanse time. So about 5 minutes to let these fish get nice and done. And the fish is done when you can take a fork and easily separate it. Okay, here's our marinade. I took the fish out of the pan, and I actually used a new pan because after 2 batches of fish, the pan wasn't any good for the sauce. So this is the reserve marinade. I put it in the pan, and I've been stirring it for about 5 to 8 minutes until it's thickened up like this. So come on over here, and you'll see the beautiful fish that I took off the pan, the nice browning from the marinade. And I did pull all of the skin off after I flipped it. And so all we're going to do is pour a little bit of our marinade over the fish, and you'll feel like you're at a fancy restaurant for your final meal of your purification program and the start of a whole new eating way for you. And that piece, as you'll know, is already halfway gone because Gracie's in her high chair devouring that one. And to go with our dinner tonight, we have a nice salad. And I made that cauliflower rice again that I taught you how to make a few days back, where we used the food processor and chopped up some cauliflower, and I left some whole for the kids who didn't want it. Like that. Okay, so great job, everybody. And you can see little Grace over here in the high chair devouring her salmon and her cauliflower. So great job on the 21-day purification. Now remember, 21 days is just really the beginning, because after this, you've got to learn to continue on with great eating habits. You've worked really hard, and Vince Lombardi said that the harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. So remember that. Don't give up. Keep up the great work.